played it all.
And you were upset about it.
It's a cool deck.
You kept talking about how cool the deck was, and Andrew very clearly wanted to see somebody play this deck today. And our buddy Trevor shows up.
Loves blue decks, by the way.
He does, and he's looking through the deck, and he's contemplating it, and he's like, oh, this deck's not sleeved. I don't want to play a deck that's not sleeved. I don't want to have to go sleeve a deck. I'm like, I'll tell you what, pal. I will buy you sleeves if you want to play this deck. If you will play this deck, I'll go buy you sleeves, and then we'll help you sleeve it. And he thinks a little bit, and he goes, all right, whatever, I'll play it. Go get me sleeves. So I walk over confidently to the counter, and I find this great pack of sleeves that's $5. I'm like, wow, the going rate on sleeves these days has really gone down. This is crazy. I don't buy product very often, if you don't know. Anyway, so I grabbed this $5 pack of sleeves, 100 count. I'm like, man, what a deal. Galactic is really, really just giving stuff away.
Yeah, prices are out of this world.
Yeah, that's a great price. So I go to the counter, grab these sleeves. They're labeled smokes, and I'm like, that's a really cool color. And so I walk over back to Andrew here, and Trevor, and Andrew goes, Dykeman, those are the wrong sleeves. Those are inners. And I go, oh. And so then I had to go back and buy a $13 pack of actual Dragon Shields. So anyway, for those that don't know, smoke, that's inners. It's not a color, apparently.
No, unfortunately
I thought it was like Smokey the Bear, you know? I mean,
you know about those bears, those bumbling bears.
Yep. Well, anyway, on board here we've got we're getting amped. Braxton's getting amped. Classic turn 2, put 3 creatures into play.
Trevor's trying to take Braxton to the otter side.
Yeah. Is otter a 1/2 or a 1/3?
It's a 1/2.
God, so bad into amped. It's so bad into amped, right?
Well, you think so, but Trevor here drew a Tamiyo.
Well, that's good.
When the Tamiyo flips, for +1 gives whenever a creature attacks gets -1/-0 till the next turn.
Okay.
And then if that's the case, that thing cannot profitably attack.
That makes sense.
Because it's a 1/1 first striker. And I'm curious what we're doing here. We're getting the energy out.
Yep. He discharged it. It makes sense.
Oh, our dice are not good enough for Trevor. Trevor has to get the dice. Oh, no, he's got his energy, of course. It's actually a really cool energy token.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got the best 1-mana walker in Magic, Tamiyo. Have you read that card?
Tamiyo?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Planeswalker...
It's insane.
Okay, I don't know what the Planeswalker does, really. I know it's an 0/3 that makes a clue.
Let me just put it to you this way. There's a Bolt in Braxton's hand that will be used this turn. That has to kill Tamiyo right now. Okay. It has to. Oh, we're chaining to the rocks. Okay, fair enough. We're removing it. So all good. Now, Tamiyo, when it attacks, makes a clue.
Rocks. Braxton doesn't know this yet, but that is going to be a real spew later when this Murktide gets played. He's probably not expecting Murktide. Does Wizards usually play Murktide?
Typically, they're between Crackling Drake and Murktide.
Okay, they play one or the other.
Yep. But we're taking, 3 here? Not a big deal. Ooh, Sink into Stupor, baby. And we have a...
Iteration.
Nope, that's a Flame of Anor.
Oh, it's a flame. I see.
So we have a couple options. Our hand's kind of awkward.
It is.
In all honesty.
What's the card way over? Is that a land? I can't... It's not a land, because if it were a land, Murktide would be...
I think, we can play the Murktide, right? 7 mana, right? No, it's
8. Or is it 7? Maybe you're right. I haven't played with
7.
Okay, so we could just jam it.
I think we just jam the Murktide.
I would too.
I think he's debating if he plays the Sink into Stupor as a land.
Yeah, he's also probably worried about does that 1-mana white spell that gives energy hit anything? Or
anything.
That card is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty broken.
What the heck, man?
But I think Trevor's kind of gotten on to the point where he's going to agree with us here and just slam a big dragon.
Yep. And this is where using that chained is going to...
Now, but this is kind of... So, Trevor doesn't know this yet, but Trevor's a savvy player. I don't think he's going to walk into this. If he blocks the Amped Raptor, or the token is a
One.
It's a 2/1, I believe,
Is
right?
it 2/1?
It's 2/1. If he blocks either one of those,
What is wrong with these cards, man?
if he,
Energy is so good.
yeah, if he blocks either one of those cards, the Murktide Runic is blown out to lightning.
I cannot believe what these cards do. He gets to play the Ajani for 2. That's so brutal.
Yes, the cat cannot be blocked. So this is basically just a free attack in. Oh, it's 2 flames. We have 2 Flame of Nor in hand.
Dude, this energy deck is so good. His draw wasn't even that sweet, and he's still in great shape.
Yep. I mean, that's the plus of playing the deck. And this we're just going to attack for 2 here. Put Trevor to 9. Because you're not going to attack with the Amp Raptor. Now, the question is, do you block?
Why are we not attacking with Amp Raptor? I'm sorry.
Because the Amp Raptor gets blocked freely.
Don't we have a bolt in hand or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was saying that Braxton could represent the bolt, so he's not going to block. So I think that was a bit of a discharge. Okay.
That's big.
That's big. I think you hide that, obviously. I think this is just a simple pass the turn and see what our opponent does. And Braxton's hand is very bad. 2 lands, very, very bad.
Yep.
So the board states what we care about. And if we pass turn, the Amped Raptor can't attack.
Does Energy play Giganta?
It does.
Okay. I'm not seeing it.
I don't see the Jeggy, but I'm assuming it's there.
Okay.
And Trevor's just thinking, how does he sequence this? I'm of the opinion you just pass turn, let Braxton declare attacks. Oh, okay. I don't like this discharge just for the fact that we could have kind of baited Braxton into attacking with everything but the Ajani, and then block and then blow out the Ajani. Trevor's pondering, some would say.
Yeah.
Like, I guess your options: do you draw cards or do you kill something? I'm of the opinion you just
hold up.
You got to hold up. I think that discharge was a little bit poorly timed. That was a static discharge off the top. Holy cow! Or a static prison. That's the one that eats it.
Dude, this deck is crazy.
Yeah.
No wonder it's so good.
Here he goes. Bye-bye, Dragon.
It is unbelievable how pushed this archetype was.
So now Trevor has a bit of a option here. Do we take 6, go to 3, or do we flame and draw cards? Because as board stands, we're not winning this game.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion you go to 3. Yeah, and Trevor agrees. We need to find Snapcaster Mage.
And he buys the Jag.
Yep. Snap, baby. Snap. There's an Otawara. Snapcaster Mage. Let's go! Okay. Snap Flame is on the table now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good way of putting it.
Arena of Glory, does that just give whatever?
Give haste.
Any creature, right? So if you cast Giganta off it, it has haste? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still dead on board.
Now, what we can do is we can play the Tameo.
Okay.
And then we can flash in Snapcaster Mage and do a discharge.
Okay.
And we can discharge the Moose.
I didn't see the Tameo. That's a pretty good draw.
Yeah. Trevor's hand is he's still in a really bad spot, but he gets turned. If by eliminating the Moose, it actually it exerts the land, so the land's done for a turn. But also we can eliminate 2 creatures, put them to 2, and then we're both on equal and we'll eliminate 2. So then we're only taking 2 a turn.
Yeah.
And then Snap Flame or the Flame of Nor can flip the Tameo on the next turn. So we're still in a bad spot, but it's still there's still a game.
Okay.
And yep, here we go. Oh no, why didn't we? Okay. Because he's not going to be using Flame, he just decided to hold the Otawara.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Braxton, let's see something good off the top.
What are you at? Oh, Flage seems good.
He put it right back on top. That's not good.
Think it's a Flage? That's my guess. Anybody else want to guess?
It's a Raptor.
Okay, that's pretty good too. Sometimes you got to get in.
Secret Flage.
This is interesting. I think Braxton's going to. I think he's going to Jeggy.
It's probably what I would do here, but I get amping.
He's going to exert and give Amp Raptor. Now, what you could do is you could exert and keep 1 mana floating.
Oh, right.
But no, his hand is pretty bad. Yes, we got a Hasty Raptor.
Seems good.
Yep, that's yep. Cool game.
Bro,
Cool game.
this energy deck is insane. Every creature is a 2 for 1.
Amp Raptor's super push.
Oh my goodness. Man.
Unfortunate. Yep, that's going to be the game going to Boros. I don't see an out to the Blue Red Wizard pile. Drew really well too. But the Amp Raptor, both Amp Raptors really pushed the advantage bar heavily in Boros' favor.
Yeah.
But sideboard games, the Wizard deck gets a ton of tools. Gets Pyroclasms.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Trevor's a pretty he's a thinker. He's just thinking, is there any out? I know the list, and unfortunately, there's no out.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's going it. Yep.
Okay.
GG's. Okay. Game two. I think Braxton's deck bailed him out a little bit there. A little spew of value on the Chain to the Rocks. It would have been super punishing if he didn't find that Static Prison.
Yeah.
And I know how much you hate people spewing value.
I don't love it, but
especially these mono white players.
This energy deck, man. Every time I watch this deck, I'm just like, my goodness.
How is this a thing?
So good, man. All your cards are so good. Every one of them from Modern. It's like Modern Horizons 3 the deck. It's just so stupid.
Yeah. So Trevor's debating here on the unlicensed hearse. In my opinion, you have to bring it in.
Sure.
You don't have any mainboard ways to stop Flage. And the consignment members are actually also pretty good against the energy deck too, stopping all the triggers, because everything's a trigger. Static Prison, stopping that's pretty good. Stopping Amp Raptor triggers pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it stops the Cascade and the energy gain. A lot of good stuff you can do with that. But now we got to think of what we're going to side out. I like the Flare Denial. I see Trevor siding him out. Flare Denial is super good with the Otter.
Okay.
I think it's okay to trim a Sink. Yep. What else are we thinking? Oh, Trevor. No. Say it ain't so.
Is he boarding out the Otters?
No, all the flares.
What does Flare do?
Free counterspell.
Oh.
Its alternative cost is sacking a non-token blue permanent. You take that invert polarity out.
Nice.
No, don't take it. No, thank you. Thank you, Trevor. Whew, I'm sweating over here. Maybe we can get a peek at the other match if Director Kyle has time.
For the clutch consign target is if you're able to kill your opponent's Ajani token and then consign the Ajani trigger itself to produce another cat. It can be very frustrating.
People are playing Green Pelt Rampager in Modern now?
So Green Pelt Rampager has an infinite with Primal Prayers.
Okay. That's cool. Okay.
So
being an energy combo deck.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Primal Prayers lets you pay 1 energy
to
put any creature from your hand that CMC 3 or less into play. And Green Pelt Rampager gives you energy every single time. So it actually keeps replacing itself, but you get 1 energy.
Oh.
Yeah. But once you hit a certain point of energy, you can pay to have it stick, I believe.
Yeah. I believe it's non-optional. I think
it is non-optional.
Yeah.
But in this case, we got a flying Green Pelt Rampager.
That's a 5/6 for 1 mana.
Oh yeah. Noah's sweating a little bit over
remember
there.
when Tarmogoyf was good? I do.
I do too.
Oh,
it didn't have flying either.
It didn't. It was also 2 mana.
Yeah, it didn't need it.
Wowza.
All right. If we want to get back over to the other match, this one looks like it's about over, and we're going to start the other game here very shortly.
So, Steven, what we're doing with the Primal Prayers deck is there's a 2-drop from Bloomborough.
Shuffling still. Okay. Thank you, Director Kyle.
Whenever a permanent leaves the battlefield, I don't remember if there's stipulations, but basically when a permanent leaves the battlefield, you get to draw a card. So we're looping Rampagers with that in place.
It's a wizard from Bloomborough that says whenever a permanent returns from the field to your hand, you draw a card. Yeah. So it combos with the Greenbelt Rampager.
Okay.
We just drop the Thoracle on them with the Primal Praise.
Classic Thoracle. All right, well.
Looks like you're needed. All right. Thank you. That is a Dourpour Mage.
Yeah.
Dourpour Mage. Yep. Okay, so we're back. Tamio's down again. And then we have another super broken 1-drop. Do you know what Guide of Souls does, Steven?
Oh, I'm aware of that. Okay. I know what Guide of Souls does. Yeah. I'm aware of what that one does, too.
The Pride.
Yes. All right, well, hopefully we just have a Pyroclasm in that.
Yeah, if we have Pyroclasm, it's super punished, but...
That's probably why he's letting all this happen, because I thought I saw a Counterspell in hand, so I would imagine he has a Clasm in hand.
I would assume so, but also this Ocelot Pride. Super brutal.
Oh,
but Braxton only has 2 cards left in hand, 3 cards left in hand, so...
Yep.
3. And there's a Pyroclasm in the back.
Yep.
All right, so this is what we call an old-fashioned blowout.
Well, a 2-for-1.
Blowout.
I'll take it.
No, it's a 3-for-1. Kills the cat.
Well, I know, but I only get 2 cards, you know. Just because Ocelot Pride 2-for-1 to our opponent doesn't mean our card doesn't make our card a 3-for-1.
Oh no! There's this amped raptor off the top.
We're getting amped.
I hate that card so much.
Amped, baby.
Oh.
Amping it up.
Yeah.
Where is the spell snare when you need it?
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's so
he's just casting it to gain 3 energy. Because you can just target your own stuff.
All right, well, the good news is that was a really bad amped raptor.
Probably taking the pyro. Yeah. Okay, this lane is also going to go find another Thundering Falls. Let's see. Maybe we didn't. Maybe Thundering Falls is in hand.
Possibly.
Ooh. The boobly beverage there.
Sure was. Everybody heard the root beer there. All right.
Oh nope, there it is. Okay, Thundering Falls. We're gonna get a Surveil. I still think Trevor's actually in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, I agree.
That Amped Raptor was not good.
Nope.
Now, if it found like a Johnny, oh my goodness.
Yeah, like Johnny again. That would have been the 3rd time this match. It's hit a Johnny, I believe.
So we're looking for a wizard. We're looking for somebody to attend Hogwarts. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, buddy.
I thought it was funny.
I know you did.
Go to 16. So this actually, Trevor's hand's quite good. We got a Counterspell, a Flame of Anor, a Discharge, and one other thing that probably is irrelevant. That's a Static Prison. Not going to be very good right now.
Yeah, Braxton's in a lot of trouble.
And I like this from Trevor. Just take the hit.
Uh-huh.
This Amped Raptor is not doing anything right now. Surveil. Braxton needs to find... Yeah, I don't think the Guide of Souls is where you want to be.
No. Too late on that. We need, like, Flage or something.
Buy the Jeggy, yep. Here we go. On taps.
Draw 2. And a bolt, maybe?
Yep, that's a bolt. I kind of like just bolting the Raptor. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Let's take all the pressure off the table.
Yep.
Okay, and Braxton goes for just exile in the yard. I like that too.
Yep. All of it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, this seems so good for Trevor. This is
right where the Wizards deck wants to be. No pressure, just everything off the top. ooh, Scalding Tarn is great in the deck. Grab a basic. You don't want to get caught in the moon if they have it, but I think I saw Trevor citing those, or Braxton citing those out, which would make sense.
Yeah, blue-red, not really the matchup where you want Blood Moon typically.
And they typically play quite a bit more basics than the average deck. This one only plays 3 though.
Okay, sure.
But at the same time, they can operate off just
easily. Yeah, well, maybe not always easily, but
that's 2 Snapcasters. Snap on top, boom, boom, top.
Yeah. Snap,
top.
Snap, Flame of the North are going to be pretty good.
Yep, and this is just to pass it over. And ooh, we could. Oh, we're exerting. Oh, that's so brutal.
Yep, easy peasy. All right, well, Trevor gonna kind of just mop this one up now. I think
double snap.
Yeah,
just pass it off.
Dude, this deck looks awesome. A lot of these decks do look really fun. I will say
they are. Format is quite fun.
Yeah,
when you get to actually play
without Nadu, looks a lot better.
In this turn, Trevor gets to just like hold up snap counterspell, and then we all know at watching that Braxton doesn't have a play this turn, but that's okay with Trevor because he can just draw 2 cards with the Flame of the North.
Yep, and get a 2/1.
No, you're not snapping this turn. You're just.
Oh, we don't have a flame in the yard.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. It got eaten by the lantern. I forgot that.
Bolt. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Let's draw 2.
Reminds me of my standard games.
And
step draw 2 cards. Usually I get a fish though too.
Yeah, who knew mono white could have ancestral recall?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a Stern Scolding.
Hello.
All right. So yeah, Trevor again. Not. That's the thing about the Wizards deck. The games can go very long because it's not priced into doing anything.
Really fun about just watching land go, dude. I don't know. It's not always the biggest fan of blue, but these decks are sweet.
I think this is a snap flame turn.
Oh yeah, I agree.
See what Trevor thinks.
Get pressure, draw 2 more cards. Yeah, I don't know what we're really waiting for. It's a 3-for-1. Let's take it. And it's a attacker on the board.
I think the thought process is the flame gets more use.
He wants it.
Ooh, do it. Offspring.
Oh, nice.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so we get to do Augur of Bolus. It's a fail to find, I believe. I think there was 2 Tamias, 2 lands. Yep, 2 Tamias, 2 lands. Fail to find. That's okay though. You get a 1/2 wizard.
True.
Yep, got to shuffle it up. It's all random. Yep, there you go. Thundertrap Trainer. For those who don't know, this is one of the new cards coming out of Bloomborough that's actually really quite pushed. Actually, really, if you're looking for a deck to play, the Wizards deck is actually pretty cheap, all I'm considering, because that's actually, you can get them as promos.
That's sweet.
But ETB, look at the top 4, put a non-land, non-creature card to your hand, and you can Offspring Forge. Basically makes a 1/1 clone of it for 4 extra mana on cast. That seems like a horrible use of our mana. But, okay. So, this is definitely going to get snap counterspelled. So the issue with this the static prison and why it's kind of awkward into the wizard deck is that all the wizards have ETB effects. So the minute that, because Braxton's gonna,
you just gotta save it for Murktide, I think.
Yeah, you gotta save that for something more valuable. The Snapcaster may be more valuable than the Thunder Trap.
Yeah, I mean, what this game is so over.
Yeah.
If I were Braxton, I would concede.
Save time.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
But I'm all for battling games out, but this one's so obviously over. Although I'll say I've got a little more
it's not quite over because we could find a Flage, and Flage could pull us back.
Sure. I guess you're
that
right.
was a Flage off the top, I think.
Yeah, I guess you are right.
And we could cast Flage and buy it back all on the same turn.
Yeah.
That's kind of the game plan that Braxton has priced himself into. Issue is he's relying on his opponent not to have anything. That's Flage. So
but we have a pretty cool line where we just let the Flage happen. Then when it buys back, we go snap, Flame of Anor, draw 2, 5 it, and then we can bolt it as well.
Yeah. That's kind of the line we're praised into. I think I think that's the only line you can do at this point. But Braxton could just recast the Flage on the next turn.
Dude, how good is this energy deck? You have got to be kidding me. This game fell over, but he does have a chance.
Yeah, Flage is broken, dude.
Nuts. Dude.
Flage is broken. Okay. So we're getting domed for 3. Put us to 10. So at this point, we need to find. We're definitely gonna snap Flame.
Counterspell, maybe.
A counterspell would be quite good. So 5 draw 2.
More flames would be good.
That's another flame. And a Tamiel.
Okay. All that's pretty good.
So that Flame of Anor needs to go into the exile.
Yep.
So Director Kyle, if you can get that corrected, that'd be awesome. Okay. Excellent. Perfect. Everything's good now. Okay, so we're going to fetch, probably go for the 3rd Steam Vents, or we're going for a basic. It's fine, too. Play around the Blood Moon.
Threats of Disloyalty seems so good.
Taking Flage?
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 or less. 2 or less, yeah. You could take Croxa.
Shackles.
If that ever saw play. Shackles, dude. I'm in.
Let's build a Shackles.
Just put Shackles in this list.
Yeah, we'd have to play. How many islands do you think you need to play?
Well, you play 8.
Right.
I think that's enough.
Maybe. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, because you can fetch them.
Yeah,
you only need 3.
Yeah, it's fine.
The match is 3 modules. Yeah.
Fine. What if you take the Ajani with the trigger on the stack?
That is a good question. I don't know.
If I take an Ajani with the trigger on the stack to turn into a Planeswalker, and I take control of it, do I get a Planeswalker?
I don't know. If you control your opponent's card and you momentary blink it, what happens?
Okay.
All right, unfortunate.
Okay. Unlucky.
So y'all heard it here. Shackles, still unplayable.
Against a Johnny, at least. Don't steal a Johnny is what I've learned. Maybe steal their cat.
Well, you could steal the Ajani with them killing something on this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trying to kill something. There you go.
You could do that.
There you go. Long story short, don't do it. Did we draw anything good?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think we're in fine shape, but I can't tell for sure.
We can still buy back the Flage. Flage is then.
And then he can haste it as well.
No, he can't haste it because
he has 2.
Oh.
You can just do it every other time. He has 2 arenas.
Wow. That's just lovely.
That's obnoxious.
That's lovely. No, that's excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Braxton. Excuse me. Thank you.
All right, what do we got here, Trevor? What are we doing?
Draw 2. Yep. 1, 2. That's a bolt. That's a discharge. Okay, we're back in business. And then you discharge it for 1.
Or do you save discharge for when he buys it back again?
Well, you discharge it for 1, you save the 2 energy.
I see. Oh, right. I'm forgetting we didn't have energy in reserve. I'm so used to the Boros stack just having a trillion energy.
Yeah, I'm so used to just the game being over by this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clear that this blue-red deck needs something good for Frog and Flage. Shackles might be it. That would be really cool to steal people's stuff.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealing Flage seems really good. And then, you know what seems even better? When they play their Flage, untap the Shackles, give them the Flage back. Legend rule, take their other Flage.
That's pretty gross. That's really gross.
I think we're onto something.
That's sweet, yeah. It gives you a little bit of life gain, too, in blue-red, which usually you don't have access to.
Oh, that's another flame.
Okay.
So, but worthy of mention, Braxton has declined to go for the Snapcaster Mage. He's going face at this point.
Yeah.
So
also worth noting, he does only have 4 cards in the yard right now, so he might be short of
the card in Braxton's hand. I do know what it is. It is the One Ring.
That's scary, actually.
That's very scary.
Your Trevor here, do you need to draw cards so we can Tameo, flip the Tameo? That's how that works, right?
Yeah, I think right now you sorcery speed the flame to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, to flip the Tameo.
I think he's thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Because we could Put the tame. Oh no, he's thinking against it. Okay.
What does the Planeswalker do?
+1 has the static ability that anytime an opponent's creature attacks, you or Planeswalker control gets -1/-0 to the end of turn.
Okay, so it's like Jace Architect.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Correct. And then the -3 starts at 2. It's +2.
Okay.
-3
Maybe.
is God. I hate that card.
Getting amped.
Yeah. Scolding. Say no. Okay. So this is interesting. I think we need to draw 2 and find a counter spell. However,
turn target. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
It can rebuy flames.
Yeah.
Wow. That is sick. Draw cards equal to that ultimate is awesome. Let's go, dude. What a cool card.
Yeah, Trevor's thinking really hard on this one ring.
Yeah, not main phasing, I think, is going to cost us really bad.
Yeah, we're going to draw 2. Yikes. Okay, it resolves.
Then we would have hit that preordained to cast on main phase 2 as well. Tamio would be at 4 right now, so we could buy back a flame or a counterspell.
We don't have a counterspell in the yard.
So it would have had to go flame.
Go flame, yeah.
We're just probably not beating this ring. Dude, this is unbelievable. I said I would concede this game a little while ago. And now Braxton looks ahead.
Far ahead.
This Boros deck is unbelievable, man.
That's another Tamio. So this point, let's preordain.
Preordain.
Yep.
Second draw. Okay. Really, I would take the preordain there. I think I like preordain better than blind draw. Okay,
that's a Murktide. That's what's bringing us back in this game, if anything. However,
the Flage.
We need a way to draw a card.
We have it with the Clue.
The problem that we have is that
Flage is just lethal.
Flage is lethal. Yep. Oh, we have Lightning Bolt Discharge. So we're okay.
Well, we're at 6. He just goes 3. Oh wait, it can't attack. Right.
Yeah, okay. It can. We can exert our land to make Flage attack.
But we kill it, right?
Yep.
We have the burn spells to kill it, so
yep.
we only take 3?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go to 3. Crazy.
Okay. So, yep, here's the dragon. It's an 8/8.
Yep. Wow.
This is our route to victory right here, is the Murktide. And I think we draw a card from this Clue, flip the Tamio.
Yep.
I think we have to.
This is why I would have kept the other preordain.
We're not gonna flip Tamio. That's just
it's 2 turns in a row where we didn't flip Tamio. It's
interesting.
Pretty rough. I wonder if he even knows. If he even knows that it can flip.
Oh, he knows it can flip.
All right, I don't know, man. I don't know. These are all new cards. It's for me, they're all new cards. At least I haven't played this format at all. Nadu looked so bad to me. I just didn't even care about this format in the slightest.
Got to pay the 1 energy. Hold the Thunder Trap down.
This is so ridiculous.
I also want to point out we could have offspring the Thunder Trap this game.
Sure, that would have been
having an additional Thunder Trap might have actually been a big deal.
Could have been.
You could have found another counterspell.
Could have been. Yep. Not flipping the Tamio though is super rough.
Okay, so we go to 6 energy.
Add another flames.
Oh no!
Oh, buddy. We might be dead.
Yeah.
Man, getting amped. That card is powerful, dude. What a card. What a card.
And we still can't bring the Flage back, but we could shoot Trevor or the Snapcaster Mage with the Bombardment.
Sure.
I think we're passing turn. That's interesting. That's a fetch land. That's a dead draw.
Oh, we couldn't play. We could not replay the Flage.
If we sack the Raptor to the Bombardment, we could.
Oh yeah. Interesting. Well, maybe Trevor can find a way. Braxton is going to lose 2 on the upkeep.
Oh, I think that back of the Clue was in response to the Bombardment. Look for a counterspell.
I see. Yeah. All right. Oh, we are in so much trouble. I believe Trevor go to 1. I guess he's not technically dead.
I guess the thought comes then, how do you win this game?
Oh, getting amped. We are getting amped, baby.
Not good.
Getting amped.
That is.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
I cannot believe.
Amp Raptor, dude.
Cannot believe Trevor is going to lose this game. I do think there were a couple missteps, though.
Yeah,
I am curious. So. I'm curious what would have happened had we flipped the Tameo the turn we could have, and yeah, I don't know.
Yep. Well, that's match. Yeah, I think there was a couple missteps that could have happened. However, what we're saying are missteps. We don't even know the outcome. You know what I mean? Like the offspring to find another.
The Boros deck is crazy.
Yeah,
dude. This deck is
like I think
insane.
Like if I was if I was the pilot of the Wizards deck, I would have offspring to find another counterspell. Because we just didn't find counterspell that game. Counterspell's super important in this matchup. But then the Amped Raptors off the top for Bradson were huge, and then the Flage off the top was huge.
The Flage was so brutal. The Ring was so brutal.
Yeah, the thing with the Boros Energy deck is it just can draw cards. Okay, now we're back to Primal Prayers.
Game 3.
Yeah, game 3. So that's a 6 in play. I do not see a Primal Prayers in the yard.
We got a Flying Gigantha. I know that.
Okay. There's the Dowerport Mage. So this is the first part of the combo. What do we have here? Brendan, what do we got? What do you got?
Well, it looks like if Noah untaps, he's probably going to win the game.
Almost assured that. I mean, we got a Flying Moose.
We got a 7/7 Moose. We have 2 energy, and Noah has 2 cards. 3 cards?
3 cards.
So many cards.
Yeah, energy. Woo!
Yeah.
This was a big concern that a lot of players had, was that the energy deck would just be too pushed.
Yeah, and Gano was saying it was half the room.
Yeah.
Our judge, so.
Yep. That and Eldrazi were the 2 big decks.
Yeah.
So. Definitely seeing you guys are just seeing the raw power of the deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this Primal Prayers deck draws a lot of cards, and that Wizard deck draws a lot of cards too.
Sure.
And it just couldn't keep with the raw card advantage of
sure.
of the energy deck. Okay, so what does Brendan have that could possibly pull them back into this game?
No.
Can't really see what's in hand. They do need the 6 allows them to rebuy anything. Those are Shifting Woodlands. The Moose can attack. Does 6 have reach?
It does. Sure. It does have reach.
So we can reach up to and stop the Moose.
Yep. Okay. I forgot Ren. I forgot that card had reach.
Yeah. So 6 can reach for the sky and get the Moose. That Moose definitely drank some Red Bull this morning.
It sure did.
Give it wings.
He's getting amped.
Yeah. So amped, man. So amped.
Sometimes you just gotta get amped.
Dude, Marty, the energy deck, it's much like Princess Peach.
It's so cool.
So cool.
So cool and getting amped.
All right, let's see what Noah's got. I think Noah's probably going to close this game. If not, shut the door. Going to probably put him in a position where he's not going to be able to lose. Unless, like,
Brendan could top deck up.
Obviously, Infinite Combo could do it, but the Shifting Woodlands, if that's all of Brendan's yard that we can see, there's no good targets for the Shifting Woodlands. But the interesting thing is we could block with with the Dowerport Mage or something, and just use the Shifting Woodlands to make a copy of it.
True.
So we won't lose that combo piece in the exchange.
Yeah. No one's tanking here, so I definitely don't think he has lethal, but he's also right thinking about what that last card in Brendan's hand is.
We don't know. Well, it could really be anything. We're not sure what the
Okay, another guide.
Yep, Guide of Souls. We're not sure what the Imperial Recruiter showed.
I believe Noah's at 3 energy. You could maybe get that move just slightly. Kyle, if you could maybe just tell him to shift his. I know he's in the tank, so maybe whatever. Well, I believe he has 3 energy. We won't worry about it, but
I need to get an energy counter in the that looks like Diet Coke.
Noah's thinking about getting amped. All right.
So we're 3 energy. If we attack with the Bone Crusher and the Moose, we're getting 6 through to put Brendan at 2, which it's a start. No,
Northport is kind of scary because it can pick up Recruiter and then we can replay Recruiter.
That's probably the line that that Brendan's thinking here.
Yeah.
That's interesting, yeah, because that means that we could search for the
Rampager.
Rampager, and that way we are a single draw step away from winning with Primal Prayers.
Yeah.
Shelly, okay. I'm not.
Shelly.
Okay. Shelly's fine.
What is that? I don't.
Shielded. That's a Shielded of the Apocalypse.
It's the altar.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You're not used to the fancy stuff, Steven.
Did we spend 4 mana?
Oh, no, it was a Chthonian Nightmare.
Okay. What does that card do?
Okay, well,
Recurring nightmare.
that's Recurring Nightmare. I know you don't know what that card does either.
I kind of know what that one does
So-
from Cube.
So, Chthonian Nightmare is ETB gain 3 energy.
Okay.
Then you can sack a creature and pay energy equal to the CMC of a creature in your yard and reanimate it. Cool?
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the energy deck, it can do some really sick things. Yep, there you go. It can do some sick things like keep reanimating Flage over and over and over again with Ocelot Prides in play, or just reanimate your Ocelot Prides.
Can also get amped.
Amped Raptor does not do the Cascade trigger though.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Yeah, it's only if it's cast from hand.
Why didn't they make that card good? Come on, Wizards. Give us a good card.
Yeah, first they released that nonsense, then they released Beza. I mean, these cards are releasing nowadays. Just they're not what they used to be.
The bumbling bear.
Yeah, the bumbling bear. So you stealed everybody's picnic baskets over the weekend.
Oh.
All right, here we go. 2 lands in Noah's hand. Not a very good hand. We don't know what's in his yard though. I think what Noah's really he can attack with all of his creatures except for the new Guide of Souls.
Yeah.
And I believe he's at 6 energy at this point, so he can give 2 of them flying.
Would be lethal, right?
No, not necessarily, because you can block the Moose, which is coming in for. Oh yeah, no, it's lethal. Yeah, it's lethal.
I think so.
Yeah. Let's see if Noah sees it. He's like, yeah, kill you. And let's see if Brendan's got an answer.
Doubt he does in the Naya creature deck. And then a Soken'Zon, maybe? Soken'Zon would be pretty insane here. Wait, what? Didn't he just...
3. I'm sorry, that was 9 damage, right?
Did we have the life totals wrong or something?
Goes to 1.
Must have had the life totals
Okay.
incorrect.
Fair enough.
Must have had the life totals incorrect.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can work out. So here's a problem with the Guide of Souls in this Primal Prayers deck, is he's gaining energy every time he casts a creature,
Yeah.
which is kind of awkward because the Green Belt Rampager can't infinite combo if you have energy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's another Imperial Recruiter in hand.
Oh.
So let's see what we could do. We could.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we got to
Just
bounce to draw a card.
gonna watch and see what happens, I guess.
Fetch land.
Okay,
And
it
2
is-
Imperial
is-
Recruiters.
Is usable because we can play a creature and gain some life.
I think the game's just all locked up now at this
I
point.
think it probably is too. I don't really know what this deck does still, but I don't think Imperial Recruiter gets us there.
Oh, like, I guess we could look at the list.
We get Imperial Recruiter for a Spore Frog. Is there a Spore Frog in here?
No.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, I know.
Kami of False Hope, for those that like the white version of Spore Frog.
Flage, can't get the Flage. There's an Amped Raptor. We could.
Oh, that could hit combo.
that
right.
could technically hit combo, yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
I have no idea.
And then if we hit the combo, we can use the other recruiter to go grab the green pelt rampager.
I see. Okay.
So our out is our deck working with us one time. It's like playing a tune with nature.
A tune with Aether, you mean?
Yeah, that one.
That's awesome.
Remember when that card was too good for standard?
I do. I do. If that's any indication of how powerful the energy mechanic is, I don't know what is. Lay of the land, too good when you staple 2 energy onto it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. See what Brendan's got. He's going to go to 3. Life is kind of irrelevant. Actually, not too irrelevant because we can play a land and fetch to thin the deck. And we can go get a surveil land.
Okay, that could be neat.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, damn thing.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the only way back in the game. All right, if Brendan wins this way, I'm going to lose my mind.
Noah is going to be so pissed.
So bad.
Noah is going to be so pissed.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be pissed, too. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I would, too. All right.
But it's going to be a really good moment for
viewers. So. Okay, here we go. We should fetch to thin our deck. Yep, here we go. Do we have how many surveillance? We have 2 surveillance in play. Brendan play.
He needs an untapped red source here, I think, the way he played it anyway, so he doesn't get to get a surveillance.
Unfortunate. All the primal players just passed. Oh, don't have a red source. All right.
Oh. Wow.
Did we mistap that to cast the?
I think we had to. Right?
Huh. Interesting. Well, kind of an unfortunate way. I kind of want to see the dice rolled. That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, sweet deck. Primal players. I hope that we see that more today. I think that's a super interesting deck. Has a lot of different intricacies and lines. That is a spike deck.
Okay. That's the spike deck.
That's a spike deck. Yep.
Okay.
But a good one. It's actually good innovation on it. The energy deck continues to show how dominant a strategy it is. With cards like Guide of Souls and
pile of cards the deck is. Holy moly, dude.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like this was a conversation. What do you hit from the energy deck to kind of stifle it a little bit? Like it's all good cards.
Yeah.
It's just fair cards.
Yeah, pile of reasonable cards.
Amcraptor.
Flage.
Yeah, Flage. Yeah.
That would cross over to a bunch of other decks too. Flage seems really insane to me.
Yeah.
And the ring is one that I don't think we'll get to play with that much longer, but we'll see.
I sold mine.
Smart.
Yeah, no shot. But okay.
No,
Oh, we just got word from Director Kyle. That last turn, mistapped.
Okay.
Mistapped. Unfortunate. But yeah, so I guess we will see if we can find some other cool decks. Hopefully we get some non-energy matches. I know we did put Eldrazi in round 1, but we really didn't get to see what that deck is capable of doing. So
it kind of didn't function either game.
Yeah, so let's see. Maybe we can see if we get some Eldrazi going, and maybe some other cool decks, maybe some fraud. Hopefully, just get something that's not energy, even though it's half the room.
Yeah, half the room. It's gonna be tough to dodge it,
and especially when most of the undefeateds probably play energy. So we're probably gonna get some energy mirrors later. There's only about 45 seconds left on the round timer. So it's only gonna be a short break, like 5 minutes. So y'all go get your snacks, refill your drinks, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you so much for staying with us, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
everybody? We are back. It's round 3 of the Galactic Toys and Games RCQ at the Kentwood location. I am Andrew Waltice, the Ginger Brew. Joining me is Stephen Dykeman, the Taxman, reigning NRG champ, reigning NRG MVP. And yeah, we're here for round 3, and we got some doozies for you. We got Stephen's favorite deck in Modern. Actually, one of his favorite decks in Eternal formats in general, Ruby Storm.
Yeah, I love Storm.
Steven loves to just play decks where he doesn't have to worry about what his opponent's doing the first game, and then the next game, we have a real game of Magic. And then in the backup match, we have Asmo Food, which is 2-0 in the event, played against Eldrazi Breach again in 2-0 again. So pretty exciting. I was asked what were the good matchups for the deck. I guess Eldrazi might be okay. Who knows? Looks like I'm not sure who Mitch is going to be playing, but we'll figure that out. Don't know. And Director Kyle, in all his wisdom, says he doesn't know the opponent's deck. So we are going to find out same time you are.
Red sleeves might be burned, baby.
No, that's Mitch's deck. You know that's Mitch's deck.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah.
Putting Ruby Storm in the red sleeves. That is a real Mitch move. That's awesome. Let's go, Mitch.
Hopefully the camera refocuses here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But we can get some better quality for y'all. Sorry about that. All right.
Looks like energy, maybe.
Tough to say with the camera the way it is.
Yeah.
I saw red-green. That's an arid mesa. That's a commercial district.
No way it's the Storm Mirror, is it?
Could be.
That'd be pretty wild.
Could be. Okay, here we go. Two commercial district. I like your district. Let's do it again.
Might be a parlor on the other side, but either way, it doesn't matter. Both basically doing the same thing.
Corky Boy, we will see if we can get that going. I apologize for that. Director Kyle, if you can work on that possibly this round, possibly next round, get some records for these players on there, because we are getting to the point where we will probably be seeing some X1s there as well. That's a good point. Oh, this is burn, baby. Burn.
Okay.
This is prowess. Get up in there. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, camera fixed up. Excellent.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's go, camera.
All right, Cam. What do we got in hand? Oh, come on, Cam. Show me the hand. Okay. Arid Mesa. Bauble. Lava Dart. So we got a good hand. I like Cam's play here to play really conservatively, because he could have gone all in. If he knew he was against Storm, he would have gone all in. But the fact that he doesn't know what he's up against and just to hold back, that's so smart, because you don't want to get got.
Yep.
You just burn all your resources. Yeah, now we get this stomping ground.
That's another deck I love, by the way, the Prowess deck.
Oh,
I love both.
I'm a lover of the Prowess deck too. Yeah. Deck I never sleeve up, but I'm a big fan of those kind of strategies.
Yep.
Here we go. Ooh, Soulscar Mage. Definitely going to be playing that. We got to get the clock going. Really, as soon as you see a Reckless Impulse, you got to go.
The Storm deck wins pretty consistently on turn 3 when not impeded, and I don't think he'll be getting impeded here. So,
yeah. So we need to. What Cam here needs to do. Get as much, play the Soulscar Mage, get in for 1, and basically just hold up as much damage as possible for the next turn.
I don't know if he has a bolt, but he can at least play around. He can at least play around Ral if he does.
I do not see a bolt in hand. I just see darts. Get a fetch. We're here. Basic mount. Ooh, Cam, your deck is speaking to me. Ooh, I love that mountain. Right. If you see in Mitch's hand, he does have the Ral. I think this game. Ooh, that's what is that in hand?
He has Wish as well. So yeah, the game just.
Oh, that's the rally card in hand. Okay, this is what gives double strike. So now the Swiss is double strike, 2 prowess triggers. So 6 damage total.
All right, so If Cameron does enough damage, the Ral is going to be awkward at least.
I don't think he can produce enough damage.
He can't produce lethal, but he can put Mitch to low enough where the Ral might be interesting at least. Because Ral can deals you damage if it doesn't flip.
I'm not exactly sure what this card is.
What, it just gave double strike. Does it double its power?
Perhaps.
It must double its power.
Okay,
So
and it
that's
checks on resolution. Yep, that's 4.
And then Dart.
16. Can't cast Dart. Dart's in hand.
Oh, we don't have one in our. Oh, okay. So this is 16 damage?
16. Okay, so Mitch is actually in a tricky spot. It might be a time where he doesn't actually want to go for the Ral if he can win through Ruby medallions.
I think he
but I don't think he has. I don't think he's got the juice without the Ral.
That's another ritual, I think. Actually, no, it was a glimpse.
I think this is one of those games where he wants to get as much like play the Ritz and stuff before he plays the Ral.
If he can, he will.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he can. I think he just has to go. And hope I mean, it's 3 coin flips. He has to get pretty unlucky to lose. It's 87% that you don't die.
Here we go. Manamorphose, trigger the Ral. Now, if you win the die flip, do you flip the Ral immediately?
You would.
Just do the.
In this case, you would because.
Go to 2. Okay.
Oh baby. This is
exciting gameplay right here.
Yeah, this is just coin flips. The game. Who says you can't use a randomness to?
This is the Wolf Krugerson all over again with the what was that card? Maddening Hex.
Yeah,
Maddening Hex and Legacy. Yeah.
I had a game where I was so annoyed. I played this deck against Storm on Moto a few weeks ago, and I had an opponent play a Ral at 1 and then flip it and not die and then kill me.
Frustrating.
Twice.
Frustrating.
Twice in the same match. Yeah.
So we need to guess the Rit that's in exile.
Debating on playing a land, maybe.
No, that was an impulse. You just need the mana. Just play your mana stuff. Mitch is a very, very smart player.
Yeah, he's very, very good, especially with these kind of decks. All right, he's doing it. Here we go. Did he call even or odd? That's what I want to know. Even or odd? Is he going to stick? I mean, you just got to stick with it, right? Oh, it's even! It's even! Oh, we're starting off, baby. Come on. Plus that Ral. All right, we got 3 red in the pool. Should have 3 red in the pool, I think.
There are 26 players. I'm sorry, Chad, I missed that comment. I apologize. 26 players, or is it 28 players? 28 or 26 players. So the problem is we had a few other RCQs within an hour stretch. So,
all right. So he has 3 red in the pool, I believe. Red in the pool.
Yeah, because it should be 4 red, right?
Yes, 4 red in the pool.
We should just be able to.
This feels like Piff. This feels like easy Piff and just Rit, Morphos. But yeah, he should have 4 red right now in the pool if it's being tracked properly. He had 1 from the Morphos.
And then 3 from the Rit.
Yep. So there should be 4 red in the pool. I think he's using a paper to track it. This is one reason I hate using paper to track mana. It's just so hard for us to see it on coverage. Okay, that's a pretty terrible hit, but good to get those out of the way, I guess.
So the Piff would be put them now at 0.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't Piff already. I would have just Piffed and then gone
use the Ritz.
The Rit, and then he had 1 impulse. He didn't need another one. Yeah, he got a little
greedy.
He got greedy. And,
go to 1. 1 red in the pool. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's affectionate. We can go to 1 and get the red. But we don't. We're out of Ritz.
Yeah, we can't play a land either. He's already played a land. It's turn 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think Mitch is kicking himself now.
He might have punted. Yeah, he's out of mana.
And Cam here is shaking his head like, did I just survive?
Yeah, wow.
Go to 0 mana.
Huh.
I don't know why you're showing your opponent more cards. Yeah, you're dead. Get 2 blockers.
Yeah. And then we know about the lava darts, so the game's over. But yeah, wow. Okay. Well, here we were talking about Mitch. I definitely think that was a little bit of a misstep for sure. I think we got too greedy on that piff.
Yeah, I think after he did it, yeah, he's kicking himself right now.
Yep. Because the thing about piff is like the first piff doesn't even need to be that good because you can always flash it back again later.
Right. Yeah. At that point, he just needed to get as much mana as possible
because he
had all the impulse effects.
He had a bunch of impulses. Yeah. So.
And you play so many impulses in the Ruby Storm deck, you're more likely to hit an impulse than you are more mana.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Wow.
And then
crazy.
if you, at any point when your impulses hit a Ruby medallion, you're so far ahead, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like over.
Yeah.
Wow, crazy. I thought Mitch had it when he won that flip. I was getting all excited, yelling over here. And
causing a scene. Causing
a ruckus.
Yeah, you be causing a ruckus. You're getting more amped than I do watching Family Feud.
True. All right. Well, this matchup is a classic matchup of Modern, of just ships passing in the night. You do not care what.
To a certain extent, in game 1 especially. Games 2, I think the Prowess deck
probably has a few picks.
A few, yeah, but I think its game plan largely remains intact.
It does.
While Mitch, based on how Ruby Storm is built, it can't deviate too much from the initial game.
And he
plan.
won't. He'll probably bring in a few removal spells.
I saw some Abrades in the front. Abrade is actually exceptionally good in this matchup, especially because you know your opponent's going to have to commit to the board to kill you.
Yeah. Probably just brings in like 3 Abrades and that's it.
Yeah, probably. But what do you cut then?
You're probably cutting slow stuff like Wish. I would probably trim on either Glimpses or Wish.
Glimpse the Impossible is very, very slow. I could definitely see some getting cut. Let's see how many he plays. I'm not sure.
And it looks like he's on the Strike at Rich build too, which I like.
Yeah,
definitely.
Got to accelerate.
Wonder, is he on Gemstone Cavern as well?
Yes, 1.
1. Okay.
4 Glimpse the Impossible, so we're definitely trimming on that. Probably can trim a Wish, go to 2 Wishes. So 2 Glimpse, 1 Wish.
That makes sense to me.
Pretty clean.
Yep, he boarded out at least 1 Wish. I think that's exactly what he did. He did exactly what we... He did board out 1 Glimpse, 1 Wish, and he may have boarded out 1 of another card. It was tough to tell.
It's like we've played this game once or twice.
Yeah.
All right, so shuffling back up. Who do you favor? I honestly, I was
the player that's on the play is definitely favored.
I
think Storm will be favored here, and then game 3,
you think whoever's on serve wins?
Typically, but Storm is definitely more broken than the Prowess deck, so Storm can like steal it with just like
the really unfortunate.
Storm can win on turn 2 very easily.
Yeah. The really unfortunate thing is that was a game that if Mitch stole serve or broke serve on that, almost assuredly wins the match.
Very likely.
Because it's just the play draw is so important in this matchup.
It's big to be able to, from Mitch's side, to be able to wait until turn 3 to go off, because it's nice to not have to play the Ruby into the pick or play the red.
Modern's one of the few formats where I truly think the play draw really, truly matters, like a great deal. I know a lot of people would argue Legacy
I haven't
that
even
way
been
too.
Noticing it much in Standard.
Standard, I don't think it really matters.
I haven't been paying attention.
Pioneer, I've never been one to think it's that bad. I play the deck that wants to be on the play every single time, but if you put me on the draw, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of Waste Not, so I haven't minded it either.
Yeah, I mean, but Modern feels especially
very
the play person.
Turn 1 Ocelot Pride is real scary.
Yeah, especially if you do not have the bolt.
Yeah, if you don't have the kill spell. You know, it used to be Ragavan before Ocelot Pride, and
yep. Okay. Ooh, Lightning Bolt in Cameron's hand. That was a very beautiful one too. We got Dragon Rage scale up. I thought I saw a
lands. I'm assuming.
Yeah, must be because I mean, it had all the stuff you want to see.
And Mitch snapped it, so his must be quite good.
I don't know if Storm players typically just don't mulligan. The deck just
it's quite
consistent.
It's quite good. Yeah, before the PT, I was solitaring Storm a lot, and
I'm shocked this deck kind of has fallen so far out of favor.
Which is weird because it's good against energy. I think it's favored in energy.
I think it is.
I think this is a great room for Mitch. Actually, Mitch could very easily.
There's a very good call on his part, in my opinion. I also think it's got a good matchup versus the Eldrazi.
This is actually what, if I could have potentially borrowed this today from somebody, this is one that I was thinking about playing myself. This energy and like blue black Murktide would probably be the ones that I would play. Okay, waiting what he's got. I think Darcy scale up.
I think I see a Soulscar. Soulscar Mage.
I think there's an Assault Strobe in there too.
Foothills Pass, and we go. Oh, well, if there wasn't a Soulscar Mage, there's definitely one now. Soulscar Mage. Okay.
Yep.
Worst one in the matchup. Well,
still good.
Worst, quote unquote.
Quotes, yeah.
Definitely, I definitely think it's better than Dragon Rage Channeler on one, because of that he's playing the one that the thing that doubles power. That's from Horizons 2, if I'm not mistaken.
It's from Modern Horizons 3.
Modern
it's
3,
one of the flip lands. Yeah, pretty good.
I see a double strike card. Yep. His hand is. It's
got scale up double strike, so
it's okay. It's okay.
Double strike, he can 18. In fact, if he has a bauble, he can win next.
He does have a bauble, so he is lethal.
He has 20 damage on turn 2.
Yep. He has lethal.
Wow.
Desperate Ritual. Okay. Draw. Do we have the Abrade?
Mitch is dead. All right. Well, cool. Well, this is a fun match.
And dart off the top. Okay.
Okay. Well,
just see it. Let's make sure he goes through the motions. What?
Did he? Oh, he doesn't have another land. He doesn't have another land.
No!
Oh! Well, Mitch wins. Good match. Good match. This is a good gameplay right here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Can we go back to the Turn 1 Glistener Elf format?
Now that's funny.
I like Glistener Elf. Here we go. Let's get a little impulse.
Oh,
glimpse. Yeah. Ooh, strike.
Okay, so that's one spell. You have Ral in hand.
So strike breaks even.
Track that.
We do have Ral in hand, you said?
We do.
Okay.
I think I would play it here if I'm Mitch.
We do not have a way to give trample, do we? To these creatures?
You play Monstrous Rage usually. I would look at his list. He doesn't have one in hand, I don't think, but the deck usually plays Rage.
Yeah, because Mitch's hand, while being good.
If I'm Mitch, I'm playing Ral, and then I'm playing Strike It, trying to flip the Ral so I can plus the Ral. Okay.
And this is a fine play, too. This is totally fine, because you're increasing the count. So we're at 2 counts of instant sorceries. And we got a treasure.
We do.
What you are.
We do.
Okay, so this is going to be the Ral, and then we're going to glimpse the impossible. No, we're just going to pass it off. Okay.
Huh.
Land.
It's a red source, unfortunately, so we still can't scale up. Oh.
We also do not have. We still have Bolt, right? Yeah, we have Bolt. Boom. Ral down. Okay, so there's 1 prowess trigger for this for the squad. We can Lava Dart. Boom, boom. It's if we want to go 2 on that. I don't think we do. I think we just cast the Lava Dart, do 1/2, Mitch, put him to 16. Then the Soul Scourge Mage put him to 10.
Yeah.
I think if you go beyond that, it's just greedy, and you're likely to get punished from your lack of mana.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe would go for it just because because they're a Ral deck specifically, but that's the only reason. All right, well, Mitch just won. That was a ritual, and he has a Piff. So.
Does he have Piff?
He does have Piff in hand, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a Piff.
But I guess there is only 1 card draw because he didn't cast Glimpse. I'm really surprised he didn't cast that Glimpse last turn. If I were in Mitch's spot, I would have gone. I guess he wanted the blocker, but I would have gone play Ral, play Strike It Rich, then Flashback Strike It Rich is also 1 mana, so you can Flashback Strike It Rich and cast the Glimpse, giving you a lot of ways to maybe flip the Ral. But
I'm a little confused Mitch's line here. Why are we casting the ritual first?
I don't know.
Okay. Strange. Okay. Maybe he's keeping it in hand in case he whiffs.
He doesn't want to go all in. Yeah, that must be.
But if that's the case, I think you can just like you cast a writ, then you cast a writ, and then you cast the impulse.
Yep, I imagine. Oh, Desperate does have Splice. That's why you would keep it in hand, or the one that he has in hand has Splice. So that's part of the reason to keep it in your hand too. Is if you find another one, you could splice onto Arcane.
Sure.
Ooh, we needed that. We needed that. Yeah, keep those separate. That's a good call from Cam there.
So we're definitely casting the Stacking the Treasure, casting the writ. Go to 3 mana.
3 red.
Do we glimpse the impossible here first? That's one deeper.
We can't glimpse. That's a separate pile. That one is exiled forever because you didn't cast it. I think.
I believe that's on the first.
I
think it's still castable.
Is it off an impulse?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's off the first impulse.
You're right. I think you're right.
And those should be exiled.
You just have to be really careful about how you're managing your mana. I guess he has another writ in hand. It's really weird he didn't play that writ. Pretty surprised.
Yeah, I really think
because you have to go off.
Yeah,
there.
Mitch's mistakes these games are
not.
It's just not valuing your mana high enough.
Mm-hmm. He's probably gonna be okay anyway. But
so we're at 3 mana. Let's just cast the bite the bullet. Admit you made a mistake. Cast the writ in hand, and then start drawing cards.
Yep.
So you go to 5 mana, then you can cast the. Okay, just go to 2, or go to 1 mana now.
1 mana. Yep. 1 red mana. God, dude. I know. Rule-wise, you're not supposed to use dice for this anymore, but oh my gosh, I wish we had a die. All right. Well, it looks really good for Mitch.
So go to 3 mana with this writ in hand.
Huh.
Cast the impulse that has 1 turn left on it.
Yep.
The one that's off the glimpse. That's not off the glimpse, but okay.
Yeah. Well, the ones that are off the glimpse
we can get Eldrazi,
to block. So this does make sense.
2 mana. Okay.
Casting that one.
One mana.
Rethinking that.
I think you cast the one that's not in the Glimpse the Impossible stack.
I agree with that because we have a Piff. We don't. I would just rather have 3 Scions. Scary. Lava Dart can remove the blocker too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Oh, and Ral. Oh, baby.
So he's still not in good shape because he's still short on mana. He's only got 1 mana.
But if the Ral flips, he can kill a Soul Scar, and then he gets 2 blockers. So he's still in pretty good shape.
You draw a card. Here we go.
Draw 1. It's an impulse. That doesn't really
so
matter.
Ral's at 2, or we're at 2 floating mana.
Let's
cast the Ral.
How many spells have we cast? I hope he's He's probably tracking. You definitely have to with Ral in your deck.
I think you definitely cast the Ral here. Oh.
Very confused.
Okay, so we go down to 1 mana. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay. Cast that. Go to 3 mana.
That might be. I mean, he might be able to kill both these Soul Scars now.
3 mana. You definitely cast the Ral now.
Yeah, please play the Ral.
No, you're not supposed to use dice to track things in game state. Unless it's like counters.
Yeah, technically the rule is you're not supposed to do that anymore. A lot of people still do. I'll be straight up with you and admit I definitely do that still in spots like this because like I have no idea. Like none of us have any idea how much mana.
Two mana.
How much mana he has outside of.
Okay,
right, that's probably
this should be game. This should be game. Okay, we go to 4 mana,
and then Piff is 3 to flashback.
Yep.
Because we have. Yep.
Go to 4 mana.
We still haven't played the Ral.
Yeah, no, we have not. So we cast the Ral. Go to 3 mana.
I guess he's just afraid of losing a million coin flips.
This Ral flips is, I mean, it's just over you. Impulse. For what is it? Impulse 8 cards?
Yeah, it's a ton.
Okay. Ral. Okay. Cast the Strike at Rich. That's a break even.
Yeah.
So we're at 3 mana. It's difficult to commentate with. Go to 2 mana.
That's why I'm saying it's a bad rule. It's a really stupid rule. It really is. I get why they do it. They don't want people to be able to cheat.
Take 1. Okay.
Because obviously you can move the guy around and
so
save
we're at
mana.
2 mana, 1 treasure, so 3 total mana. Impulse again. Yep. Impulse again. Down to 1 mana. Okay. Game should be over now. So we're at 1 mana, 1 treasure, and a Ral that has infinite counters.
Right. Well, it took a long time to get there, but we finally got to the spot where Mitch probably has this game.
I think the whole issue with this this game being so close, we didn't cast the Rip from hand. Rip from that.
I agree with that.
Cost us the game in the first match, or first game.
Yeah, game 1 we had to flashback the Piff. Yeah, that was or play the Piff and then just not go for super high value. Oh yeah, super over. Oh, another Ruby too. Oh, we don't get to play the Ruby though. That's actually a really bad Ral. Oh my goodness, an Awakening? That's kind of spicy.
So I think we should be. Everything's pretty much over. Cam clearly is kind of just out of the gas at this point. We cast the Writ, go from. Oh, we still need to resolve the. We never resolved the Impulse, did we? We can get a judge over there to fix that.
I have no idea.
We did not. We did not, because all those cards with the Abrade are still the same, and the Bloodstained Mare down there was there already. We did not resolve the Impulse. We only resolved the Ral after the cast of the Impulse. So we need to stop the game and get a judge over there.
Yep, maybe they're saying that now. I think they finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yep, he's good.
They got
good.
it. They got
right,
it. Okay.
Oh,
okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, great. Pretty easy thing to lose track of, and this again is why I think the paper thing is stupid. Is because that's just another thing that taxes Mitch's mental energy. He has to go over, pick up the pen, change out how much mana he has. Track it on the piece of paper. Yeah, he can't see what's going on.
When I'm playing against Storm, I literally
use dice, please. We'll track it together.
I tell my opponent, give me the dice. I will track it for
exactly.
We'll just do this together.
That's a good way to do it too.
Because really, it's
such a waste of time too.
Your opponent doing this is wasting your time as well.
Yeah,
not in a bad way. Just it's the round timer.
Right, it matters. I mean,
because Mitch is playing this at this point, just going through the motions, playing this, but it takes a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that Shatter Skull is something we can cast too. We cast for 0. We can just put it in the yard for the Piff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cameron says, "Okay, you got me, man. I needed green mana, or you were dead on turn 2." Classic game of Modern. All right, well, let's. Yeah, Cam just needs to mulligan to a fast. Like, if he could just have a fast hand, Mitch doesn't even have Bolt or Flame Slash. So Mitch will just tell you.
Well, now Mitch, Cam is on serve.
Yeah.
So Mitch needs to win a
strike it rich.
Strike it. He's got to have a strike it rich.
He wants a strike it draw and then go off on turn 2 because Cam not killing on turn 3 is very, very unlikely.
Yeah, and we just need a faster hand. Let me see. Does Mitch play? Sometimes I know the Storm decks play some number of bolts.
He does not.
On the board, I don't believe he does.
Only brought in a Braid.
That is correct. We do have a Dismember, but that's probably not coming in this matchup.
I would actually bring it in.
Okay.
I would bring it in if I were him on the draw.
On the draw, yes.
Typically, Dismember is bad against these kind of decks, but because this deck is so all in, it's not like Burn. It's going to kill you with a creature, and it's going to like combo kill you with a creature. So you really just need an answer to a creature, and it's a pretty good one because it like gets around like cheeky prowess.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to think how much life is that creature going to deal to you versus
how much you'll lose using your Dismember.
Correct,
and the answer is
you're probably dead to
the creature. A lot of the time is 18ing you or 16ing you or 20ing you. So well worth the 4 life. Kill the guy. So yeah, I bring it in.
All right, and I'm trying to find his list, Cam's list. We got one of my favorite cards, recently printed, Monstrous Rage, in this list. Oof.
How many? 3?
2.
2.
Let's see, Assault Strobe, 1 Breach in this deck too.
Yep, pretty common.
I'm guessing that's been cited out. Cam does have Surgical Extractions in the board and 2 Crypts.
Okay, those probably all came in.
I'm hoping they all came in. I think this is one of the few. This is one of the few times that
the Prowess deck is so tricky because you definitely just want to be all in on the combo, so you don't want to board much out.
Yeah, but Surgical, like we were talking about how Surgical is kind of a trap card.
Yeah.
In a lot of matchups.
Against Storm, it's pretty good.
Against Storm, I really think it's important to hit the when the turn they go for a piff, hitting one of the Writs.
Yeah. It's like you said, those are the ones that they lack. Well, he's got Writ, piff.
That is a exceptional hand from
He's got Ral. Yeah.
That is if any hand can win, the only thing it's missing is the treasure.
Yeah.
Strike it rich.
But it still could turn 2 anyway.
It can, yeah.
Because he can go Writ, Ral, Morphos and try to go.
And it all depends on what because he's on the draw is actually the draw benefits him with this hand.
Yeah. Hopefully you can just draw a Strike It. If you drew a Strike It, he would probably be able to win on turn 2 with this hand. We'll see how Cam's hand looks over there. Looks like a Swift Spear. 1 yet.
Gotta get Swifty.
Getting Swifty. 1. All right. 19. Is Mitch dead? Hey, there's an impulse.
That's excellent. Okay.
Pretty good. Okay, here we go.
And did both players keep 7? I missed that.
I think they did. All right, can Cam kill? Is this a turn 2 hand? Blossoming Defense?
Definitely
not.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Like turn 2. Play another Swiss Spear, I assume.
I didn't see the Assault Strobe, but the Assault Strobe would make it 6, 7, 8, double strike 16.
Yep. Is it on 4 mutagenic growth, this deck?
I would have to assume so. I didn't check, but that's something I would naturally assume.
Yeah.
Okay, double Swiss Spear. I kind of like this because you're not going to kill this turn.
All right, well, here we go. Does he have a bolt? I know he has
I didn't see a bolt.
Okay, well. Mitch really wants a Writ. Another Ritual. Or Morphos. Either one would be excellent. He'd prefer Writ, actually, but Morphos is really good. What is that, a Strike?
I think it looked like an impulse to me.
May have been. I would bin it if it's an impulse.
Top it. Okay. So maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see. That's
glimpse the impossible.
Glimpse.
So yeah,
I would not have kept it.
No, I would not either. I think Mitch is dead.
Might be bluffing a Braid, but yeah, that's. I don't know that he's dead. Cam has a pretty slow. Because of the Blossoming Defense, it's somewhat slow. Yeah.
Oh, it's a block. I thought it was a scale up.
No, it's a Blossoming Defense.
Awkward. That is a bolt in hand, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's a secret layer bolt. So by playing around, not playing the RAL there, we actually
smart.
Yeah.
And
that's 6.
And Cam played it safe, which Mitch was hoping Cam would do. So this is interesting now. Oh. Another 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Mitch might not be able to fetch now. That's funny. Wow. Okay. I think the game's just over. Mitch can't fetch. He can't generate mana.
10.
Yeah. Kyle's already done the math. It is 1. It will put him to 1.
All right. Well, no cards in hand. Not very often that playing it safe or with the RAL costs you like that. But let's see. Looking for Bolt. If we don't like what we see, we fetch. Grab ourselves our basic mountain.
We could hit the dart this way.
Sure. We're digging for darts.
Yep.
I kind of like going for a basic mountain there, though, because you're going to be...
Oh, you could draw another bolt.
If you draw another bolt. Leaves bolt as an out.
You're right.
Dart's obviously an out either way.
You're right. You are correct.
This is the same cover. Basically, you're going +1, but with no mana.
He probably has a bolt on top, too. How funny would that be?
Yeah.
I don't think the game's losable. Mitch.
That's a writ. Yeah, Mitch doesn't have it.
Mitch has 1 land. I mean, he just can't do anything.
Yeah, unfortunate. Cam played a really good game there. That was really heads up to just go. Oh wait, let me double check real quick before I go to damage because it looked like they were going to it. And then he's like, well, wait, hold on, dome you. Put him to 1. Shut off the fetch land. It's huge. Maybe should have played the route. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, he wouldn't have died.
I think not playing the route puts yourself in a position to win. No. Okay, now we get to the matchup where I was looking forward to it. Some food.
Probably going to game 3.
George is cooking.
I don't know. That was
in the kitchen.
Really quick match. Who knows? But
that was also a super good match.
It was,
too.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Storm deck and the
very classic, just modern gameplay there. Just super quick killing. We got here. What up, Tandy?
Todd Anderson in the chat, yo.
Oh, sweet.
Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah. Who do they play today, Todd? They got a good game today? Probably not a good one, week 1, but. I would be interested in that, though, Todd.
Just look it up on your phone.
Oh, yeah, I could do that, but I'm trying to have conversation.
All right, here we go. Fatal Push, Daredevil, 5 lands. Okay. That is a horrible hand. Ship it. Let's go to 6.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
how do you think the Asmo matchup with energy?
I was talking to George about this. I think, remember I told you I made the addition of the cauldrons to the list. I think that helps the matchup quite significantly because Asmo is really problematic for the energy deck to deal with. So if you make every creature have Asmo's ability, it can bury them pretty quickly.
Okay, that makes sense.
You kind of need to mulligan to a Asmo starter.
I see. Okay, yeah. Does make sense.
All right. As far as Mardu is concerned, I think Mardu, if I were to put on who's going to win this match, it really depends on who's on the play, first and foremost. If Ryan's able to just go land Ocelot Pride, I don't think there's a good way of dealing with that.
Ooh. Sure.
That hand is... It's okay. It's got a Cauldron, it's got some lands, it's got a Psychic Frog. So... yeah, I think it's fine. You bend the needle. Okay.
Wonder who's on the play.
Well, we'll see. Okay, like Energy's on serve. Okay.
Red source, red black. So maybe a Thoughtseize on turn 1.
Possibly.
All their creatures are white, right? Unless he randomly has Rag.
Could be shocking to hold up like a discharge.
You could, yeah.
For the Asmo. No, Dragon Rage. Okay.
This
trigger. Yeah.
Is this
really classic modern play right there?
Is this actually Mardu Energy?
Oh no!
Okay, maybe it is. Playing Darcy.
Flage, super good.
Darcy and Bauble, and okay, I've not seen this before. Double Bauble. Goodness gracious.
Good hand.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
I see an Amped Raptor in his hand as well.
Getting amped.
Yeah, you're
getting amped, baby.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Oh my goodness.
No, players are not obligated to shuffle their opponent's deck in comp REO. You have to offer a cut. If your opponent doesn't want to cut your deck, that's their business. I always cut my opponent's deck.
It's wise. It's wise to do so.
So
I've been the beneficiary of actually being very punished for not cutting opponent's deck. So
we do have
happens.
a cookbook in hand. So that cookbook. So we have half of the combo going on, or we have a piece of the combo.
Okay.
Depending on what George has in hand, I thought he had a fetch land. He does. So he likes what he sees on top. So what are we setting up? The cookbook or the fountain? Okay, fountain.
Fountain.
Which means that signifies to me that we want to dig a little deeper.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
The frog does help significantly, though.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to see what George put left on top.
So I think Ryan has if I'm seeing that card correctly, I think it's the better dread board.
Oh, that's a deluge. George kept deluge on top.
Okay. It's a molten collapse. I'm like certain that Ryan has a molten collapse.
Yes, that to me looks like a molten collapse.
That is going to be nasty.
It's going to be quite good.
Yeah.
It's quite good. Can double up, kill the cookbook.
Kill your frog, blow up. Yeah, pretty obnoxious.
So fetch. Probably play the Amp Raptor at this point.
Yeah.
Road Press the advantage. But he does know about the deluge. So you might not want to play too hard into it. Maybe this Amp Raptor's the last push he makes to the board. And just...
Yeah, I mean, the Darcy is very close.
I think I also saw a Chthonian Nightmare in his hand, too. Yeah, the card's pretty good.
This deck is so gross, dude. This deck is so gross. Every card they play, I'm just like, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
I'm not used to I mean, I guess I kind of am used to my cards all 2-for-1ing my opponent, but they're all white cards and really they look mediocre. They just end up working good. But
here's the thing, they don't look mediocre, they are mediocre.
These cards do not look mediocre. They are just excellent all around.
Oh, push. Okay. Well, that has no target, so it's going to go to exile, but we get 2 energy out of it. You don't need to play. I think that's what they're looking at. You don't need to play. It just stays in exile.
I see. Yeah, killing your own raptor to get delirium seems loose. Is an option.
Yeah, I think that's probably the conversation, but
Wow.
Oh, we're pushing the raptor.
It is going to... Well, you know what? It does just mean we can flage. That's kind of interesting.
Sure.
Flage later. I don't know that was necessary, but it's interesting. I don't know. Oh, it gives you another Darcy trick too. Who knows? Maybe it's worth it.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah, that was a tough one to figure out. I have no idea if it was right.
So I believe we do have. Yeah, we do have. Delirium at this point. Certainly do.
Certainly have delirium. I guess it is only 4 types: artifact, instant, creature.
All right, untap. What do we got, George? That's a Shadow Spear. That's pretty good. But again, we saw the molten collapse that George doesn't know about. This is a Cauldron turn. Cauldron, eat the
flage.
The flage.
Okay, I like that. We could try to shut off delirium to eat the instant.
You could, but
they can't buy the flage back yet.
Yeah, they can't. So it's interesting. Yeah.
So you might want to shut off delirium first and then eat the flage.
You can literally just play it, leave it untapped, pass it over.
Yeah, and just
get a little bit more information.
Yeah. Try to shut off delirium in combat potentially. So George down to 14 here, I believe.
Let's see what we're doing. Awkwardly enough, though, George does not have any. Does not have another land for the deluge. Could be casting the frog.
Could be. That molten collapse is going to be pretty
brutal.
Rude. Yeah,
pretty brutal.
Rude.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for frog.
Yeah, I respect it. I get it. I think I would probably make that play here too. But yeah, the molten collapse.
Yeah, especially because the Darcy has to attack. So they can't just block it. Oh, push off the top though. Absolutely brutal.
We'll see how this all goes. I'm really curious how Ryan will navigate this turn. I think if I'm in his spot, I would go Soul Guide Lantern and then Molten Collapse, and then try to find a land to flashback the Flage.
I think he agrees with you at this point. And
Yeah.
quite frankly, I agree with you too.
Oh, nope, that's a surveil land, so he's not going to put the Guide of Souls into play. Okay.
Maybe still, this way, I think he's just prizing the
really
the fourth
trying
land.
to get that land.
Yeah, which I agree with.
The good news for George is he has the artifact that can eat Flage.
The Cauldron, baby.
Honestly, it might be really good for George if he misses the land. Missing the land might actually be kind of a blessing in disguise, if you will, here, because then he won't deluge and then he won't get Flaged. It's possible he wouldn't deluge anyway, but his life total is getting.
I think
really
at this point, George is almost assuredly casting that Cauldron next turn.
Okay.
Yeah. What are we breaking? The blood? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Pretty gross there.
Sure.
I feel George's eyes roll into the back of his head right now as a Molten Collapse get cast against him. I know I would.
It's a Goblin Bombardment to the yard. So we actually didn't find the land. So we've actually been 2 really good cards looking for this land for this Flage.
Yeah. Unfortunately for George, now we can't shut off Delirium anytime soon. It would take 2 turns to shut it off. He did miss the land.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so
George has got kind of an interesting option. He could play the Cookbook and the Asmo.
What do you do here? What do you do here?
I guess it's if you're a gambler here.
Yeah, do you play the Cauldron and eat the Flage, or do you just because if you get Flage, the game's over, right? If he just goes untap land and Flages you, you're just.
I think
totally
I think you're kind of just dead if that happens.
I think you have to play the Cauldron. That would be my line.
I think you play the Cauldron. You do have the Asmo for next turn. Yeah, he thinks the same thing.
Smart. Yeah.
Yep, take the Flage.
George is a smart cookie. He knows what he's doing. But life total, they have the Deluge looking worse and worse and worse every chunk of 3 that we take.
Ryan here just reading up on the Cauldron. Find out how George is cooking.
And Ryan are pretty good. Both these guys are pretty good local players. For those that don't know these two, they're not really necessarily names on the energy circuit or really any tournament series, but they're both pretty strong local guys. George is tested with me on.
Is that a swamp?
George is tested with me on multiple RC teams.
I tell you what, if that happened to me, I was in George and Ryan's seat. My eyes couldn't roll farther in the back of my head.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, still not a land.
It's a Kappa.
That's not a good one.
So George is in a okay spot. So the push can't kill Emery, which is really important. So we can cast the Emery. Let's see, do our quote unquote draw 4. See if we find a Daredevil.
Yeah.
And actually, what's really interesting is we can use the Cauldron to eat the Psychic Frog to give the Emery actually flying.
I see. Okay. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, actually, it's pretty neat.
Okay, and those are all fine hits. Those are fine hits. Cards you're not too concerned about. You can just go, oh yeah, I can exile them. It's not a big deal. But this the Cauldron will make Emery a 2/3. We can jump it, discard a card to make it a 3/4, and that actually seems that's a pretty good spot to be in.
Wow, yeah, and I bet you Ryan might not see that line either. That's kind of tough.
Yeah, and George is kind of a showman. When I get in these positions, and I'm kind of like, there's a chance I could just blow my opponent out. I kind of ham it up a little bit. Yeah, frustrating. Go. Didn't find my land.
Ryan just wants to draw a fetch. That'll make it real easy for him.
Yeah, if he draws fetch, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
What George is thinking.
I don't know. Maybe that he wants to use the Cauldron now?
I don't believe there's another Flage in the yard.
No, I don't think there is either. This is interesting. I hope he sees the frog line. He probably does. It came up earlier in a pretty similar fashion.
Yeah. Turns out Cauldron's a pretty sick card.
Frog is so nuts.
There was a card off the table, not shuffled into a deck.
Oh, wow.
Whose deck? Ryan. Okay. So we actually might have a game loss here because there was a card that was not included in the deck when it began.
Yikes.
Which is kind of unfortunate because I think Ryan's actually in a really good spot. This is actually going to be quite an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, a fetch land, it's almost unlosable. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. I think that is a game loss if you only present 59 cards. The thing is, though, if it's a sideboard card, he would be okay. If a sideboard card fell off.
Yeah, well, really unfortunate.
Yeah, it sucks. It's going to be a terrible week for that to end. Really fortunate for George, though. A game where he mulls to 6 and gets stuck on 2.
No, like I was saying, though, I think George is actually not that bad. So, like,
yeah, if he doesn't get pushed, he's good.
Also, there's an Asmo in the yard, too. So, if George found the other creature, because he's 1 off from casted Kappa Cannoneer.
Yeah.
And if he can make the Kappa Cannoneer have the abilities of Frog, Asmo, and Emery.
Oh, that's hot.
Very good. Okay, so it looks like we're playing. I don't know why we're doing this at sorcery speed.
Play around random nonsense.
I mean, it plays around. I guess it plays around discharge. I guess.
Surgical too.
It's another push.
So not great. What
you
else?
Could play the Guided Souls, push your Guided Souls, and then push the Emery. Oh, we're not blocking.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't think. I'm gonna assume George did not see it. Is my guess.
Interesting. Okay. What did we draw?
It did not look good.
It's a Daredevil. It's a Daredevil. That's huge.
Okay.
So we can play Kappa Cannoneer this turn. And activate the cookbook.
Oh.
I think there's another cookbook in the yard.
The question is, will George see that it's a frog?
Your
deck is tricky, man. This is not... Okay. That's sweet, actually.
Yep. Yeah. It all depends on what was in George's yard, but I think we could have used cookbook, played both cookbooks, and then given Emery the Asmo ability.
Sure. Yeah, your deck is tricky, dude. All these little tricks you've got going on are pretty tough for someone who just picked up the deck to see all this. I wouldn't have seen all this. Frog is my gosh, that card is good, man.
Then when every card becomes a frog, my God.
So dumb, dude.
The frog is crazy. It's off camera. We discovered a copy of Ocelot Pride wasn't returned to the deck after game 2. We had to shuffle that in.
Okay. Nice. Cool. So yeah, they were fortunately able to fix all that without a game loss, which was good. Okay.
I don't know if I agree with this attack.
Really aggro.
I just don't think we're the aggro deck right now. Okay. He's pushing his Guided Souls to trigger Revolt, and then he will cast the other push on the Emery.
It's a good play. It's a good play. I like it a lot here. And then he kept on top. That's not good. Probably a Flage. Flage Revolt, I assume.
Oh, whoa. That resolve? Okay. Tricky. Playing a little fast. I would assume that they resolve the first push before they cast the push.
Of course.
Just shortcut through it.
Yeah, that's good. I assume there's a Flage on top.
Yeah, probably. Arena Glory, Jeggy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tricky game. I don't think there was a way because they saw the push line.
George had to block. He had to last turn block, but even then, the push. Oh, the guide wasn't in play in combat, I don't think.
Right? No, he could have flown the Emery and then blocked it.
Flown it and then.
I don't think it mattered that much though. George's hand was kind of medium.
Yeah, he missed lands for too long. That Arena of Glory was always going to be pretty brutal because it was in haste of 5/5, which was going to be kind of scary there.
Yeah.
I am curious about you were talking about the Kappa last turn, though. It would be interesting to go back and kind of see if that could have hit the board.
Instead
of equipping the
it
Shadow
could have
Spear.
hit the board, but I think you would have. It would hit the board, but you would have to tap all your artifacts to do it.
It flies though, because it would have a counter, right? Or would it not have
You.
It sees itself, right?
It sees itself. It gets the counter, so it has.
Flies.
So you would still have the ability to frog.
Is insane.
Yeah.
And your opponent might miss that too.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, because he also it was castable because he had the bubble in the yard.
I see.
Yeah.
What a crazy game.
Crazy
game. Really interesting deck, man. I hope George can top 8 and we can keep watching it. Pretty cool.
I was definitely in the kitchen cooking with that.
Yeah, that is a Mitch. Mitch just responded to me. He goes, "I would have used dice if someone asked." Let's go. Next time Maywe's on coverage, we'll just have him use dice.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's better for everybody back here, for sure.
I think we have about 10 minutes left in the round. Something like that. Those are pretty long games. Pretty long games. We will see if we can get some really sweet decks that are possibly, hopefully, not energy in the match, but or future match area. But can't make any promises at this point. Time is called. Pairings are up apparently. So we're gonna take like a 5-minute break, stretch our legs, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Yep.